Hey everyone, this is C Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is March 3rd, 2026. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia, including the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, and OFW communities using crypto and remittance every day. Let's go through 3 key stories you should know in today's crypto market. First, Bitcoin's rebound towards $69,000 and what is driving it. Bitcoin is once again approaching the $69,000 level. And on-chain analysts say this bounce is being led by spot demand and a positive Coinbase premium, not by leveraged futures. Over the weekend and into today, BTC briefly pushed above $69,000 on major exchanges before dipping slightly, with intraday swings of $2,000 to $3,000 as traders reacted to shifting headlines and U.S. macro news. A CryptoQuant report highlighted that the Coinbase premium has turned positive again for the first time in about 40 days, coinciding with a pickup in U.S. spot ETF flows and spot buying on regulated venues. At the same time, open interest in BTC futures has fallen roughly 20% from last month, and funding rates are near neutral, suggesting less aggressive leverage than earlier in the cycle. For investors in Southeast Asia, including those in the Philippines and Vietnam, my view is that this type of spot-driven move is healthier than a pure leverage spike. But as long as BTC is below the $72,000 resistance band, it is still a test zone. Second, just how brutal this market has been for altcoins. New on-chain data shows that about 38% of all altcoins are now hovering near their all-time lows. This is a deeper washout than during the FTX collapse. Analyst Darkfrost reports that the share of altcoins trading around historical bottoms has climbed to 38%, higher than the peak of the FTX crisis. He argues that this reflects extremely weak liquidity in the crypto market, with capital rotating into more volatile stocks and commodities, while interest in smaller coins has sharply declined. Many investors are staying conservative, avoiding illiquid altcoins and focusing on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few large caps, leaving many long-tail assets under persistent selling pressure. For traders in Southeast Asia, from Indonesia to the Philippines, I think the message is clear. Altcoins are in a harsher environment than most people realize. Blindly averaging down on low-cap names is very dangerous in this phase. Third, a quick update from the Philippines that matters for Southeast Asia's regulated crypto rails. Regulators continue to emphasize licensed exchanges and stablecoin rails as the core of the local ecosystem. The latest overview from Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and the SEC still highlights authorized virtual asset providers such as Coins.ph and PDAX, focused on compliant trading and payments for Filipinos and OFWs. Recent partnerships, including Coins.ph with Remitly and PDX with Codex Network, are expanding USDT and other stablecoin rails for cross-border payroll and remittances between the Philippines and global markets. At the same time, the NTC's earlier order to block 50 unlicensed crypto platforms remains an important signal that offshore, unregulated services are not welcome in the Philippines. For investors and builders, the direction is consistent. Regulators are giving more room to banks, e-wallets, and licensed exchanges that integrate stablecoins into everyday remittance and payment flows. To sum up, Bitcoin is retesting $69,000 on spot demand. 38% of altcoins are stuck near all-time lows, and in the Philippines, licensed exchanges and stablecoin rails remain at the center of the regulated ecosystem. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and turning on the notification bell. Thanks for watching C Crypto Daily Buzz, and I'll see you in the next episode.